Hey everyone, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You're watching the Freedom Podcast. I know that's what I called it. Yeah. And today, number 11, I have Miss Lori Taylor. Say hi. Yeah.
Hi.
Hey. No one's listening yet, so
Okay.
don't be nervous. Yeah, and I don't know where to begin with this because. So I'm just gonna tell them that you're the oldest one so far I've done. So you're like the wisest one, I'd say. Yeah. Like everyone I've done so far is so young. What? So I guess, trying to think. Just tell them about yourself and just what you like to do, just to start out. Yeah.
I like to spend time with my kids. They are my inspiration in life.
Yeah.
They are the reason that I'm here.
What do you like to do with them? Like
anything. Watch movies, go to the lake, talk, hang out on my bed, anything.
And as a parent, like, what is one thing that only parents can relate to? What's like the hardest thing you've had to do as a parent? Like,
watch your kids be hurt by somebody. That's hard. That's tough. Because you're not in control of it.
Yeah. So, and like, would you say? How do I word this? They're like your entire world, basically. Like you say, yeah. Like, what is it? Man, like I just have so much things I want to ask you, but I don't know what to ask first.
Just take your pick.
Okay. Wow. Honestly, can I just tell you something? Like,
yeah, you can tell me anything.
I think my parents are splitting up, but yeah. And like, I feel like you being a parent, like, I don't know. Like, is it hard being a parent by yourself, a single parent?
Like, it is, because I have to be the mother and the father. Because my children's father is not involved in their life, but I learned, because my first marriage, I stayed for 19 years because I didn't want my kids to go through what I went through growing up. That was the wrong thing to do, because I taught my daughter to settle. I taught my sons the same thing. If you're not getting along for different reasons, it's better to teach your child to dissolve something and start new than to see the same hurt and pain day after day after day, because that's teaching you and your siblings not to settle for that, because God would want you to be hurting and in misery every day.
Yeah. Why do you think, like, young people, they put themselves through pain because they want to feel loved? Why do you think they do that?
I know they do that.
Yep.
Why?
Why do you think they do that? Like,
because they don't know a better way right then. They have to learn, grow. You learn from your mistakes.
Learn the hard way, I say, yeah. So, but I don't know, it's like almost everyone I know is like that. And they'd rather I feel like I was talking to a Shakota about, you know Shakota? Oh, yeah, I talked to her a while back, but I was talking about how we're like caterpillars, and when stuff gets hard, when we like to make a cocoon, we wrap ourselves up around negative stuff like weed, alcohol,
To numb.
video games. Maybe it could be just sleeping too much, eating too much, and we don't want to face life. We want to just stay wrapped up in that cocoon, but we don't realize if we actually leave the cocoon, we get wings. We turn into a butterfly. It's like, I guess it's too painful for some people to do, and I don't know, I feel like everyone is wrapped up in a cocoon, and it just makes me sad. But,
They are,
yeah.
but it has to be. They have to be the one to want to stand up, dust yourself off. They have to know how to take that first step. You know, to dealing with everything. It's
Yeah.
easier to numb yourself than it is to deal with it. But you have to learn to deal with it. Or someday it's all going to come flooding back to you, and you're not going to know what to do.
Yeah. Do you think some people are gonna learn that too late? Too little, too late?
Definitely.
I feel that way too. But what would you say to the people that are just wrapped up in all that, and they don't want to get out and change, like transfigure? What would you say to those people? Like,
Well, first of all, pray about it.
yeah.
Second of all, there's always somebody that loves you for the person that you are inside, and turn to them. That's what friends and family that loves you are for.
Yeah.
And talk. You have to talk about it. You have to acknowledge it. That's the first steps.
Just talking to someone. That's like.
That helps.
Was there ever a time in your life you were like that? Like you were wrapped up in.
I'm going to tell you honestly, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on here, but there was a few times in my life to where all I could think about was killing myself.
Yep.
And when I was little, I mean, that was where it started. I had so many bad things happen in my life that you couldn't even imagine. And I was in a marriage that I was being beat, and the person cheated constantly, and I didn't have no family or friends to turn to because I had little kids.
Yeah.
And every day I thought about killing myself. But the only thing, God knows you, and He knows your heart and what you need. The only thing that stopped me, I had 2 young boys, and God knew that I couldn't do it because I couldn't have them come home and find me. That's the only thing that stopped me.
Yeah.
If it wouldn't have been for them, I wouldn't be here today. And that's the honest to God's truth.
Well. So like, they're the they're your foundation. Like, could you say?
They're my reasons for everything.
That's awesome. Like,
and because I stayed strong for them, like God gave me them so I could find my strength.
Yeah.
I got out of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't easy. And every day is tough. I mean, because my kids don't have the nicest clothes, the nicest house, nothing. Everything they have, even at a young age, they've had to work hard to get. But that gives them inner, I don't know what you call it, to be proud.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Because, I don't know, but when you do something for yourself and you build something, nobody has to give it to you. That's just, way more meaningful. That's it, But, so would you say you're free, you're out, you're like a butterfly? Would you say you're...
I would say I'm on my way. I mean, everybody has their good and their bad days. You just have
to... It's a process,
Yeah, you just have to just keep going, keep believing, keep having your faith, and things will get better. You just have to believe.
Yeah. I think that's why, well, that's a turnoff for some people to, like, transfiguration and all, changing yourself. It takes a while, like, and it takes work and effort.
Baby
to
steps.
do it. Yeah.
But there's a lot of people in this world that are like, oh, you have to be perfect to go to church, believe in God, this and that, to be accepted.
Yeah.
No, you were born a sinner and you're going to die a sinner. You have to understand that we're not perfect. You're going to make mistakes, but you got to try to do the best that you can do in this life.
You just gotta be better than the person you were yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try. You have to try.
Try.
I mean, 2 or 3 days you might be the same, but that 4th day you might be able to take that extra step, push yourself.
Yeah. And I know, like, So I know, like, years ago when I was going through that cocoon. I'm just gonna call it cocoon thing, because I was wrapped up in all that, and I was going through, like, the lowest point in my life. Like, and when I finally decided I'm gonna get myself out, I'm gonna change, like, it didn't come right, like, my life didn't become better right away. Like, it took 3 years. Now I'm here and I'm much better, but
and it's still a process.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have your good and bad days. You just have to find the strength, or look to your friends, look to God.
Yeah.
Never give up.
Yeah.
You can't give up, because having a life is a blessing.
Yeah, it really is. And, like, when you decide, I'm gonna stop drinking alcohol, I'm gonna stop being in this relationship or this, and when they stop doing that, their life's not gonna get better right when they do that. It's a process, and, like, I feel like more people need to understand that. Like,
you have to wean yourself away, like with any addiction, whether it be, like you said, alcohol, food, people, whatever.
And I see so many people that do try to stop, and when they do stop, they see, why is my life not getting any better? And then they go back to stuff, because I don't know, it's hard.
Some people want to slide back, but you're human, and still you can't give up.
Yeah. And, like, so, like, do you feel like, what's, like, the greatest lesson you ever gave to your kids? Like, I'm just...
Never give up. Be that rock for somebody. No matter what you've been through, they're looking at you, and they're going to see your mistakes, but they're also going to see that strong side. Keep going no matter what.
Just don't give up, I don't know, it's like, everywhere I look, people just, they give up, and they put walls up around them, they wrap themselves up, and they push people away. It's like,
a lot of people push people away because they've never experienced a true friend. A true somebody that loves them for themselves. But people also need to understand, put yourself in their place, and you need to be that rock for them sometimes. Go through the walls and help them. Nobody in this life can do it alone.
And it's not hard to be nice to people and help them. Like, it really isn't.
You're supposed to look at people like they're your brother or your sister. You're supposed to love everybody. And nobody has the right to judge anybody. That's God. He's the one that's going to judge them.
For me, like, I feel like if you help others and you love people and you care for them and you just be their rock, like, it not only helps them, but it helps you too. It blesses you. Like, that's what I've learned, at least. But,
that's true.
Like, so, that's one thing. So, like, how is, like, God been there for you in your life? Like, how would,
Nobody ever taught me about God. It's like I always knew when I was little and things bad that was happening, I actually got angry at him for a long time. But then something lit up inside of me. It's like, hey, if he wasn't there right with me, I could have been dead, or I could have turned out this way or that way.
yeah.
But God gave me a beautiful heart. I mean, no matter what happened, I still love, I still care, and I still want, and I keep going. I mean, God's always been there.
Yeah. Yes.
So, no matter what you're going through in life, I mean, the devil is the one that makes the bad things happen. God is there, and it could be much worse, but it didn't. I mean, it wasn't. So you should be thankful that you are alive, that you do have that life and blessing to live and make your life what you can make it.
Amen. Yeah, that's beautiful. And like, so like, what's one thing, like, when you go out in the world and you see everyone, what's one thing you see everyone doing that just makes you, like, sad, that you would, like...
A lot of people don't have compassion, and that breaks my heart. Or they think they're better than other people, and that breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's so much hurt and so much pain in this world. I can just be around people and feel it. And sometimes it's so hard for me to handle. And I guess the compassion of people, a lot of them don't care anymore.
Yeah. Some people don't know how to, but...
True.
I know a few people that way. Would you say compassion is if everyone was compassionate to each other, do you think the world would be, what do you call it?
A much beautifuler place?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And then, like these kids, you know, there's so many people that says, "Oh, that kid's so bad. You don't need to take him to church. He'll act up." Or those are the ones that need to be in church.
Yeah.
You know, it's like these people are judging these little kids. Well, they only know how they were raised, and it takes a whole community to raise kids. And if you see a kid that needs something, needs food or clothes, I mean, jump up and help.
Yeah.
You know, you're here to help take care of these kids too. We're all God's children, and if you see one, I mean, you're gonna miss a blessing if you turn your cheek.
Yeah, we tend to forget that we're all brothers and sisters in God.
That's right.
We definitely don't treat each other like we are. But is there, like, so what is something the kids do that make you really, really happy? Like,
give me hugs. I have a 17-year-old. Ever since he was little, there's two things
Caleb?
there's two things he did. Like, he would stand at the bus stop and he would blow me a kiss. I'd catch it and put it in my pocket. I blow him one back, and he'd catch it and put it in his pocket. He'll still do that.
No.
And I have diabetes and some other issues, and he's always so worried. But before he leaves, he makes me promise him that I'm not going to die. And if I don't say I promise, he doesn't leave. That's sad, but, I mean, that shows you what kind of a heart that he has. But
Yeah,
how do you can't really promise that you're not going to die. I try to tell him, but he still makes me promise.
He does worry. Like, me and him were I was driving him home one day, and he was crying, like, because he was so worried that you were in...
I know. And, I mean, that...
Are you afraid of dying, or...?
I'm not.
Like...
Well, I'm afraid of leaving my kids. That's my only fear. Because I'm the rock.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that they have. Besides, I mean, they have a few amazing friends. Like you are an amazing friend to Caleb, and
Trying to be.
but they don't have a lot of family and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And that is my biggest fear in life, leaving my kids alone.
But I feel like if someone leaves, they leaves this earth, they might go somewhere else, but I feel like their love stays here, like, and that what really keeps the person.
Well, one thing I know, all of my kids has my heart, and that makes me proud. And I told him, I said, when I leave this earth, go look in the mirror. You'll see my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Feel your heartbeat. That's my heart beating.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always going to be here, no matter what.
It's hard to lose someone you love.
Yeah.
Yeah, he worries a lot. And
He overthinks things constantly.
do you feel like the closer someone gets to death, the more in tune they are with life, like because
I think they try to be more in tune with God.
yeah.
I mean, I think if they know, you mean if they know they're going to die? I think they try to make things right. Most of them.
I feel like the closer I'd get to dying, I'd feel like I'd take things less for granted and realize how important everything is. And it could happen any day. Like, we're not guaranteed life. Like, a car could come, anything. Like, but I don't usually think about death that much. But I'm not afraid of it. I'm worried I won't be able to make a difference if I do die. Like, I would have wasted my life. And that's something I fear. Like,
Well, I know you've impacted Caleb's life, and I'm sure he's not the only one.
I don't know.
If you were gone, I mean,
everyone around me is just so broken and miserable. I don't feel like I'm trying, but
that's all you can do.
Yeah.
I know you mean the world to Caleb. And he knows your heart, and he loves you.
But,
I mean, if you could save one soul, help save one soul, that's worth everything.
yeah.
And your life made a difference, Ethan. You need to stop looking at the big picture and look at the little things. Little things matter the most.
They do. But they do. It's hard for me because I'm like a big picture. I look at everything, but I know I'm bad at focusing on the small details and like the small things in life. But in reality, those are the things that matter most because those are the things you're gonna remember and like the memories and like what, like if you're homeless and someone gives you like $100, that might be a little, or $50, that might be a little thing, but they're gonna remember that the rest of their lives.
Or like our trailer burnt on Thanksgiving Day like years ago.
Oh.
Yeah. And we had no place to go. Christopher got burnt. We lost a family pet.
Oh.
And it's like people didn't realize what one fork meant to somebody.
Yeah.
Or just one little thing. The little things do matter, no matter what.
They do. And I know for me, like, I'm always missing it. I guess that's something I have to work on, but I just look at the entire world and see, like, I'm like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, we gotta do this, like, but I don't know.
But you're one person, and you know how many souls that you touch. That's what you gotta remember.
I know you touched my soul. But
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Well, you have mine too, because I know you not only love Caleb, I know you love Chris too, and
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Amanda, I love her too.
she might be coming back to work
Really? That'd be awesome. Yes.
2 or 3 days a week. That's something.
I'm only 2 days a week now, so yeah.
I mean, but if you ever want to know me, look at my kids' hearts. Every
Yeah.
one of them.
They really do.
Amanda, like, all of my kids hurt so bad in different ways, but their heart is amazing. Their heart is me.
Yeah. So, like, and as a parent, like, what advice would you give to other parents or parents that are people that are about to be parents? Like,
Always talk to your children. Let them know the real you. Don't be afraid to tell them the truth. Just never stop listening. Give them your advice, no matter what it is, good or bad.
just listen to them. That's the main. Yeah,
They need to know. They need to know they can come and talk to you
Yeah.
out of love, whether it is good or whether it's bad. You need to be there to support them, no matter what.
See, like, I can't talk to my parents. Like, it's hard for me to like get personal with them. I don't know.
My kids and me talk about everything. I
Really?
mean everything.
That's awesome.
And I just try to give them the best advice I can. And kids are going to be kids, and they're all going to try things and do things and want things and need things. But you need to listen to them no matter what bad or good choice
Yeah.
they're making. Let them know they're always going to be loved. You're always going to be there for them no matter what. And just try to give them the best advice that you can. I wouldn't know what to think if they didn't come to me
Yeah.
about everything.
It's almost 30 minutes. But I guess before like we close, but I just want to ask you one more question. Like, if you're about to die tomorrow, and the entire world was about to hear what you could say, and you could give the world one piece of advice, and everyone on the planet would hear it, what would that be? Like, so,
Take your time. Make the most memories you can with your family. Love honestly. And do the best that you can do.
man, just live life, you know? Thank you for doing this with me.
You're welcome.
This is awesome. Is there anything else you want to say before you?
I love you.
I love you too.
And I don't know. That's it, I guess.
There's one more thing I want to say. I wish people would just stop being wrapped up in their distractions from, I don't know. I really wish Kayla would understand that. But
I know. That is one thing. I wish that he could see him through our eyes, because he is a very good guy. He's
Yeah, he
beautiful. He's amazing. He's worthy of everything, and he deserves somebody to love him. Take his time and wait. God will send him the right person.
he will.
And just be happy and enjoy life. Not stress all the
Yeah.
time.
Just live life. Thank you once again. Like,
You're
this has
welcome.
been a real blessing. Like,
I hope I did okay.
you did awesome. You're watching the Freedom Podcast. Tune in next time. We'll see you later. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.